Hello YouTube, I'm back with another talking video. This video is going to be about how to cope when your significant other is either deployed or in training. I get a lot of questions asking how to cope when like for instance, girls ask me all the time if their boyfriend is going to go away for basic training or technical AIT school. How do you personally, how do they ask me how I personally cope with it, or is there any tips? So these are going to be basically talking about how to cope with in that situation. And I have my husband here with me because he actually deployed overseas for 6 months, and aside from that, that was the longest time that we've ever been away from each other. But aside from that, he does go to annual training, which lasts for 2 weeks, far enough that I'm not able to drive to see him every day, or every other day or whatnot. But yeah, so he's here basically for a male's perspective, since this question is mostly asked by women, because not a lot of women go into training and their boyfriend search for videos on how to cope when they're gone. So I'm gonna be talking about whenever my husband deployed, how I cope with it, and whenever I deploy, or I didn't deploy, but I do go to like annual trainings, like when I was in the army, I left for a month, how my husband coped with it. But basically, so my husband and I has been married for almost 3 years now, and when he deployed, we have been married for 7 months, so it wasn't long at all. So yeah, let's just get started.
Hey guys, I'm Mikey. I'm here to be the husband part or a boyfriend part, so y'all can see different perspectives of both sides, like as a person who deployed and as a person who wait. I was the person who wait for a wife, girlfriend when she was deployed, or when she was in training, when she was go on her AT trips, or whatever training she has to do. And I'm as a person who have to leave her to go overseas and go to trainings. So just to give y'all perspectives of both sides, so y'all can prepare and have a conversation with your significant other.
Okay, so you're not gonna know each other's time zone. Well, technically you are, because you can Google it before he or she leaves. But the main thing is having a structured schedule for the both of you. So like for instance, when my husband deployed, I woke up, I sent him a text, a good morning text. Even though it's night over there, whenever I wake up, I still send him a good morning text, just so he knows what time I woke up or whatever. And then after that, I got ready to go to work. I went to work for like 10 hours. After that, I went to the gym, and then after the gym, I ate and all that, and then I spoke with him like through FaceTime or whatever, and then I said goodnight. So if you have any time in between, like work and the gym or whatever you have to do, of course talk to him or text him throughout the day. Don't just have like a good morning text and then talk at night. Like if you can text him during the day, throughout whatever you're doing, do text him and all that. So
Yeah, it's good to maintain communication between both of y'all, because it helps the husband knows, or the boyfriend knows what you up to. So if you have trust issues or whatever, it's good to hear from other person, constantly, that they checking on you, they worry about you, and it's give him a sense of like, actually she's tell me everything, so I don't have anything to worry about.
yeah, like be detailed. So like I'm a very detailed person. So let's say if I'm going shopping that day, I'm gonna tell him I'm getting ready to go shopping. Or I mean, like, to the point where like I tell him when I poop. Like I'm very detailed in that sense, because I will want to know what I will want to know what you were doing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just that kind of person.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about pre-deployment. So before you deploy, and this works for deployment and basic training or whatever kind of training. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it deployment, because deployment is the hardest, longest thing that you will ever run into.
Yeah,
with a
it can
military.
be basic training if you have to
Yeah.
look at it. Basic training plus tech school or AIT.
Yeah. Okay, so pre-deployment, during the deployment, and then post-deployment. Post-deployment is just as important as all of the other. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so have him or her leave you something sentimental. It could be like a pet or a dog or a fish or whatever. But my husband gave me this teddy bear. So it's basically like this. And then I put his picture over here, and then it talks. Wait.
Right there.
It's probably dead. Okay, so if it's not gonna work, then I can't tell you. But anyway, so it's basically his voice recording in it. So yeah.
Hey baby, I love you forever.
Where did you get this?
I forgot, but I think I bought it at Walmart.
Okay, yeah, so you can get it at Walmart. Yeah, so like little things like that
Helps.
helps, you know. What else? Okay, so go to trips. So this is pre-deployment, right? While you're still together before he or she leaves. Go to trips, go out of town, just the two of you, like rent a hotel. And I know most of you are probably not gonna have much money, but do try to go away. Take a lot of pictures. And before he leaves, make sure you save each other's like lock screen as a picture and don't change it. Just leave that until he comes back. Buy a calendar. So I customize my own calendar just so like you can write cute stuff. So like if your anniversary falls during his deployment, you can customize it and like have your name written all over it. It's just so like every day, whenever he can look at the calendar and he sees your name all over it, and then he can see like what day it is so he doesn't forget, and what anniversary or any type of holiday coming up, he'll have a way of knowing. And a calendar is something he gets to look at every day, and it's useful for him too. And whenever he looks at it every day, he kind of gets reminded of you. So really, really important. So basically, have a serious conversation with each other about anything, like and anything and everything. So like put everything on the table. So like let's say if you made a mistake a long time ago, go ahead and tell him, like be honest with each other. So during the deployment you don't have any issues like, why didn't you tell me this, and then something's gonna come up and then y'all break up whenever he's away, so just be honest with one another. And put everything out there. So if there's anything that you can fix, or if that you can't fix, you can go ahead and break up before he or she leaves. So you don't waste all that time.
Trying to solve every little issue from, any promise that got broken before, any mistake that he made. Y'all can forgive each other before he deploy or she deploy. For married couple, make sure you got your financial situation situated before one leaves. Like make sure everything is situated before you leave. How your kids, who gonna pick them up, who gonna take them to school. Make sure your wife understand that she's the only person who gonna do everything most of the time.
Okay, so the last thing is, this is really important too. Have a goal. It could be physically or mentally, but an example of that is like weight loss, or learning a new skill. So basically this is meant to keep you busy. So let's say like my goal was to physically to better myself physically, to look good for him, so that whenever he comes back home, he'll look at me and he's like, oh, you lost this much weight and you look better, basically. So, and it's something to look forward to for you and for him,
Yeah,
so
trying
you can
trying
surprise
to change
him.
something, trying to learn a new skill or
Yeah.
get in shape.
Right.
It is the best time to do that because both of y'all will have a lot of time and to yourself. Learn a new skill, learn a new instrument, read a book, read like 3 books if you need to. Get in shape. It's the best time to do that.
We are lucky because we like to go to the gym. So 2 hours of that time goes to the gym.
Mhm.
So I guess that's what kept us busy.
Yeah.
Okay, so during deployment, this is when, while he's away, this is how you cope with him being gone or her being gone. First thing, send him packages. Ask him what he likes and send him packages like every 2 weeks, whatever you can afford, once a month, whatever. And write him letters. Like if he's in basic training, you can send him packages, but he's not gonna be gone for that long. But letters are nice. I remember in basic training, I love receiving letters.
Yeah, so
I
it will help
love-
out. It will help
Yeah,
out.
I
a lot.
love reading and I love writing too while I was away. So
Yeah, it's amazing how letters meant so much when you don't have a phone to send messages and stuff. Because letters is everything when you're in training, in basic training or AIT. I mean, even in AIT, you still have your phone, but letters still work if you want.
yeah, and then in deployments also letters could work because they could just take the letter with them and then read it while they're working when they have some free time. Okay, and then visit his family and spend time with them. I think that's important too because it lets him know that you're actually like wanting to take the relationship to the next level if you're just dating. But whenever you're married, of course you don't want to neglect his family because his family wants to know how he's doing and stuff like that. FaceTime every day, like I said, him good morning and good night texts. Send him or her pictures of you. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to the mall and you saw something funny, take a picture and send it to him. Just, stuff like that. Make plans with each other while he's away, to do something whenever he comes back. So it gives him something to look forward to. Book a cruise, and then like to the time when he comes back. So not like immediately. So if he comes back on January 1st, book the trip like February 1st. So give him a month to adjust. Yeah, communication is key. Communicate, FaceTime, make sure you guys see each other face to face on video chat. Keep up with each other. Like I tell him what I did today, and then like you tell me what you did that day. That's how you just keep each other.
So y'all gotta be patient with each other too, because y'all may not be in the same time zone. So you may have like 7 hours time different. Like he may go to sleep and then you just woke up. So be patient with each other. Make sure you come up with a schedule that work for both of y'all. He may be busy. I mean, it depends on how his deployment is. He may be gone for weeks or months and cannot contact you. So just be patient. Send letters if need to be. And I'm sure if he or she have time during the deployment, they will call you if they get a chance. I mean, just be patient. That's the key. Time difference can mess with you if you don't, just be calm and wait. Be patient, like I said before.
Pretty much covers everything I wanted to mention with during deployment. I mean, during deployment is the hardest time, of course, because you're by yourself. But every time, like, you feel sad or whatever, think of that sentimental thing that he gave you, or listen to music. I mean, like, if you ever think about, I don't think I can make it.
Yeah, just think in your mind that it's only temporary.
It's worth it.
It's only 6 months or 9 months or whatever, a year. Because when you come back, it's everything gonna be back to normal.
Yeah.
And you just be patient. It's
think
everything
about
temporary.
think about what will happen like whenever he comes back and you're not together.
That's the thing about trust and
Trust
patience.
and love,
Patience.
patience.
Trying to be understanding, because what will happen when you leave and then he has to wait, and then he leaves and then you have to wait. Gotta put yourself in his or her shoe to understand. You gotta be there to be supportive. You gotta be supportive, because guess what? Guess how much he has to depend on you to go day by day, in deployment area, because your support is very important for the success of his or her deployment.
Yeah.
Don't
Be
try to
like-
come up with any issues
Yeah,
that you
don't
may not
argue.
have before. Or
Don't make him sad while
Yeah.
he's away. That's
It
the
would be
last
good.
thing that he wants to
that's the worst thing you can do to him, is him or her is,
like make him worry while he's
worry
away.
or sad, or like
Yeah.
confused, like, why didn't she talk to me? That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing when he's on deployment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Post deployment. This is important. And post, I guess, basic training, after training.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you arrive in the
Airport.
airport,
Or terminal or wherever.
you have to dress up. You cannot go looking homeless
Yeah.
or stinky. You
Get-
have to make
yeah.
effort.
You gotta think in your head. The first time you'll meet at the airport will be his first image of you since
Yes.
he's been back. So, how would you like?
If you
him,
look like
yeah.
shit
Yeah.
and there's another girl over here that looks good,
Yeah. Man.
he like, you know,
You gotta-
especially like basic training,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't see women, you don't see attractive women. So
Mhm.
like the first thing you want to see when you get off the airplane is your girlfriend looking good or your boyfriend looking good.
So dress up and
Don't- yeah.
put some care into how you look like. It Blaze, it's important too, because he's gonna be like, wow, I come home to this.
There's something that he likes to, like if
Yeah.
his favorite color is red or blue or whatever, wear it,
Yeah.
dress sexy, whatever.
Yeah, trying to communicate when you get back, about things that he missed or she missed, about music, movies, or whatever. Trying to catch up on those things that you missed.
Make sure like after deployment, everything that you do is just the two of you, because it's the time for you to
Yeah.
have him spend time with his family, but after that it's really important for you both to
Yeah.
communicate.
Yeah.
Even after deployment, don't just be like, oh, he's back, just do the same thing that we used to do before. But it's not, because when they come back they're different, they act
Mhm.
different. So
Yeah, trying to be patient too, because when he or she come back home, he or she may not have the same mindset, may not have the same character that you expect. You gotta give him or her time to be accustomed to everyday life again. So be
Yeah.
patient.
I think post deployment worked easier for us because I'm military too, so I know
Mhm.
like everything, all the stories that he was telling me, I understood. So if you don't know much about the military, do research, or at least whenever he's talking, listen.
Yeah,
and
be
pay
attentive,
attention.
yeah.
Don't be like,
I don't need to
you
know
were
about it,
carrying
it's
an
like-
M9. Okay, what is that? A gun? Okay. Like just be like,
Make-
wow, you
trying
know.
to pay attention to his behavior and demeanor,
Yeah.
to look for any signs of depression, or make sure you keep him happy, like distract him a bit, like if he thinks like, oh, I come home and nothing has changed and I feel depressed, or I feel so horrible about my deployment that I'm now depressed because of the deployment. Trying to talk him out of it, or keep him happy and change the subject if you need to, or if the last resort, if he really need, trying to pay attention to small signs of, seek help. If
The
you
worst
need to.
thing you can do is if he's sad,
And
you add on to the sadness.
yeah, trying to not
Like-
be attentive to not be, oh, he's sad, it's okay, he get over it. No, don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
You gotta pay attention to how he behave,
Yeah.
and be understanding. Like, be attentive, listen to his words and signs, and report it to professional if you need to.
If it's that bad.
Yeah,
if
if
it's
it's that
just
bad.
like everyday.
If you
common stuff.
do what you're supposed to do during deployment, the communication is fine and everything, you should be fine.
I think the first month that you came back, you like to talk about everything that you did. So
Yeah.
like during the whole month, it's gonna be like the whole month. Listen, just listen. Don't be like, I'm tired of you like talking about what
Yeah.
you did, because he's been there for
Yeah.
6 months or a year,
They,
whatever.
you know, eat and
That was
breathe,
that
sleep
was their life. So just listen. Don't
12
cut
hours
them
a day,
off.
you know.
You know, you don't want to fight over like little stuff. So, yeah, talk about the new things that he missed. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, spend time with each other.
Try not to bring up any issues like, oh, okay, when you gone, you have, you know, I missed 3 payments because you didn't send me this money or something. No, don't try not bring that up. And, you know, if you have to bring it up in a different way, not in a, you know, aggressive way or rude way. Like that, he has to be depressed now.
Don't blame it on him.
Yeah, you know, trying to solve it together.
Yeah.
You know, like introduce, like baby step him back into a normal civilian life.
This is kind of like marriage 101.
Yeah, but still, if you're a boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, take it for what it is. You know, if you really care about each other, may as well, you know, look at it as a married couple or whatever.
Yeah.
Be supportive. This can work for both boyfriend, girlfriend too.
Oh, and give him or her time to get accustomed to the new way of living, because they've lived differently in basic training and deployment. So if he forgets that he was supposed to wash his dishes, give him some slack. I mean, like that little stuff is
try
how
not
little
to
arguments.
fight. So try not to
That's
fight
how arguments
throughout
start.
deployment and after deployment, and before deployment.
Yeah, because he's gonna forget how to do a lot of things.
Yeah,
like, because like in basic training, there's things that you can't do.
That's you know, it's understanding that
Yeah.
we're asking you to be, you know, supportive throughout the process, but it's very important you do that, because if not, something gonna go bad, or you know, your relationship may get damaged.
Yeah.
So be there and be supportive. If, you know, try the best you can.
And then last thing, go on trips. So like if you've made plans during their deployment, go on the trips. That's
Trying to
pretty
be
much
with
it.
each other as much as possible after deployment.
Yeah.
Just communicate, be understanding.
Trying to think. I think that's all.
That's all. Yeah. Well, if
Like,
they have any comments, just
post.
you know, post. We
Yeah. If you have any questions, just comment below, and then I'll answer them.
Yes, any branch, you know, I work with all branches, and you know, I can get all perspectives of different branches if you need help with any of those branches.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below your questions, or ask me on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. If you have any questions for him, ask them in the comment section.
Yep.
If you have any videos
Any
or
questions,
like any questions
yeah.
related to military wise,
Deployment, training,
yeah,
anything.
he's been to Japan. Like, he's been to a lot of places with the military.
Mm-hmm.
He is in the Air Force, by the way. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Anything that we didn't cover that you have a question with, comment them below. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.